Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection, and in today's video I would like to show you unboxing and review of the Hulk based on the Avengers Endgame movie, which is a PVC diorama statue made by Diamond Select and their line Gallery. As you can see, the box here is pretty huge. It's even bigger than what my camera is able to show you. So we will take a closer look in just a second. And it was, I think, pretty cheap statue for the amount of like this huge piece. Because it cost me something around 2,000 Czech crowns. So you can do the calculation for your country. I don't know from where you are watching this. And as you can see here, we have some basic information about the Hulk, and it has been sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. As you can see, like, the box art is pretty simple, no extra pictures. This is the top, this is the bottom, so nothing really here, only the statue itself. So why we should waste more time right here, right? Because we can immediately skip to the statue itself. But before we will get there, there is one extra thing which you can find inside, and it is this prospect. And if you have seen some of my previous videos, you know that this prospect is something that you can get from pretty much all the Diamond Select statues. And if there is one thing which I would like to point out is this Hulk, so you can compare him with the one which we are going to reveal very soon. And as you can see, this one is not like movie related. It's a comic book accurate character which has been sculpted by Matt Broliard, if I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry, Matt. And here we can see some other statues. Some of them you have already seen in the videos before, like for example this Star-Lord, and some of them you will never see because not all of them are available here in Czech Republic, which is the place where I'm doing these videos. So that's all to this prospect, and let's take a closer look at the Hulk itself. And here we have Mr. Hulk. It's a angry face of Bruce Banner and his alter ego Hulk. And as you can see, he's wearing the suit which you could see in the Avengers Endgame. So as you can see, he's not as green as usually, but I think it's good because now we have this alternative view on him, and it's interesting. And even though that this, like, some sort of spandex material is not as great as suits from other superheroes, I think it's still quite okay, and it's good how it's like flexible on him, because as he's going bigger and then also smaller, it's important for him to not break stuff as he usually does if he's wearing only pants. And so starting off with the head sculpt, so here, as you can see, like, there is pretty much no likeness with Mark Ruffalo, unfortunately. And if you have seen previous videos about Diamond Select statues, you know that it's usually the case that the sculpted head is not as accurate as we would like to see. But what I do like here is these gray areas on his hair, because then you can see that they were trying to do something like this to make him look older a little bit. And Yeah, they nailed it here, but unfortunately, like the head itself is simply like too wide and too strange in my humble opinion. Uh, but in general, I think this statue is still a pretty good piece, and if we would compare him to the same Hulk from the Hot Toys line, also from Avengers Endgame, then I think that this one is a little bit better. If we would like, if we should say like the value for the price you are paying, because the Hot Toys Hulk costs around like 5 times more than this one, and you are getting better head sculpt, you are getting some like, it's an action figure, so he moves a little bit, but I think he's still like too big that you can't really pose him that much, and the only thing which you can give to his hand is basically the nano gauntlet or the cell phone, which are like more or less the only accessories, or the glasses, which is like small detail. So I think that for the price you are paying, you are getting actually less, while here is it's still like not very expensive statue, but it's pretty huge, and it makes sense in your collection if you are collecting Diamond Select statues, and I think it still looks pretty good. So like, first of all, I really need to appreciate the sculpted body, because like all the muscles, like here on the arms, and even this area, like the six pack, is visible there. Then also the legs are pretty huge here, and if we will take a closer look right here, then you can see the muscles on his back, which I think is amazing. Um, and yeah, his ass is also very well sculpted. And then here once again the leg. So I think that they have done a pretty good job here with Hulk himself. But on the other hand, they were a little bit lazy with the base, and with these like steel cross beams, if we can call them like this, because they are not as detailed as I would like. They still have some battle damage, like some scars here. You can see that right here, or even here. This is probably more visible on the camera, so it's not bad, but I could imagine that it could look much better. But yeah, as I said, like, still you have Hulk in very dynamic pose, which is good, and I don't think you would be able to do the same pose with the Hulk from Hot Toys, unfortunately. I would love to have him in my collection, but when I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, if I should choose between these two Hulks, then I think that surprisingly this one is better. And then let's take a closer look at the base, because here we have, like, there is this big hole after he jumped here, and now he's jumping from the hole somewhere, and he's destroying this big metal piece or stone. I don't know what it is. So it's kind of okay, but it's not as detailed as it could be. There are some more or less empty parts, in my opinion, so they could do a better job with this. And also this piece is like really something strange, in my opinion. And then we should also talk about the paint job, because here, unfortunately, the paint job is not as good as it could be. So when we will talk about the suit itself, I think it's okay. I think that they have done a nice job here. The head is okay as well, but what I don't like that much are the fingers here and here, and also the feet. So as you can see right here, if we will take a closer look, then you can see that the application of green color is going a little bit far than it should go, because it is going on the steel crossbeam, and once again back from steel crossbeam, like the gray color is going on the fingers, which is not as good. And I think here it should be visible, right? If you will focus on the fingers, you can see that it's not as good as it could be. And here it's more or less the same thing, because you also find here that the paint application is not as great as I would like to see. And then down here at the bottom, you can see that on the feet it's also visible a little bit. So it's not perfect, but overall I still think it's a nice statue. And I also have to say that he's huge. If we will compare him with the other Diamond Select statues, you will see that in just a second. And he's also very heavy, I have to say. So even though that it's still a plastic, it's a PVC material, then it's not very okay to wear him only in one hand, because he's pretty hefty boy. So I suggest to use both hands for him, so that you will not break the statue, because that would be a shame. So that's how he looks. And let's take a closer look if we will do something like this, right? So now, as you can see, I have decided to put Black Panther and Doctor Strange, both of them from Diamond Select. So they are they belong here, and he should be like together with them or with other statues. But I have decided to pick these two because I think that Doctor Strange with his height is as tall as most of the other Diamond Select statues. So if we can compare him like that, he is like the normal size, then you can see right here how much bigger Hulk is, not only in terms of the like the way how tall he is, but also in terms of how big is the base. Because as you can see, you need much more space for his base as well. So I think it's a good comparison, and here I have decided to put here Black Panther simply because he's a different kind of statue, because as you can see, he is in the dynamic pose and he's not standing. So I thought that it would be also good to see them together, so that you will have a better overview how Hulk could look in your collection. So yeah, that's how I see it. And I still think that although he has some flops and some parts which I don't like that much, like the paint job, the head sculpt, and the way like that he's like maybe even bigger than he potentially could be, not from the like perspective of the movie, but from the perspective of me as a collector, because I need more space for him. But overall, I still think it's a good statue, and for the price you are paying, you are getting a big value. So if you are thinking about him, I would suggest you to buy this one, because I think you will be pretty happy with him. So that's all. So I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, click on like, or even let me know what you think and which Hulk from which movie is your favorite one, because maybe you don't like Mark Ruffalo as much, maybe you like more Edward Norton, even though that the movie is I think hated by Marvel now. They are not really they are trying to make this movie disappear, at least from what I can see from my point of view. And also we still have the Hulk from Eric Bana, so maybe you like this a little bit more. I don't know. I have no issues with Mark Ruffalo. I think he's a great Hulk, and that's also why I have decided to put this piece into my collection. So let me know what you think, and we'll see. We should see She-Hulk, the TV series, next year, and there are also some rumors that we should be able to see the solo Hulk movie based on the World War Hulk or Planet Hulk. I don't know what is the current situation, but those were the rumors when I was shooting this video. So I hope we will see that. It could be interesting. And yeah, that's all. And let's see you in another video.